Hello, past me. It's future me. I got a haircut. Last week, you have decided to be more intentional with your life, which is a great, if not very vague goal. That's okay. That's kind of the habit that we have built over a very long period of time, and we're going to take the steps to get out of that vagueness and learn how to be more specific with our goals. But I think what it took was a starting point, and I think we have established a very decent starting point. What you have learned past me is that having a nighttime routine turns out to be really important. Thinking about what you want to do the next day, also very important. Your morning routine doesn't start in the morning, it starts the night before. And taking some time to journal, taking some time to not only recap the day, but really just get out what you're thinking so that you can read it in front of you and analyze it and be like, oh, this is either really messed up or I got something here. Just allows you to analyze your thoughts better and develop them over time, or get rid of the thoughts that aren't particularly useful. So that's good. You have set this little you've planted this little baby seed. It's really fragile right now. So it's my responsibility now, past me, to take this seed and cultivate it further. That being said, we just need to do the things that we've already been doing, which is, one, continuing on this YouTube research trend, which also has been very helpful. We've generated a lot of different ideas to be more creative with our videos. The only problem is actually implementing these ideas. We tried scripting something out last night, but it was 12 o'clock at night because we got, yeah, it was very late at night because I got on a journaling bender and I was coming up with all these ideas, and it was just too late. I didn't have time to really flesh out these ideas. So that's what we're gonna do this week. We're gonna figure out how we can implement the ideas that we learned from YouTube research. And we're also just gonna keep on the trend that we set last week, past me. So good work. Thank you for doing what you did. That Wednesday and Thursday, bro. Also Friday, man. Not great, past me. There's only so much you can do, you know. I understand that being social and keeping up with your social connections is a responsibility of yours. It's important. You definitely could have been more intentional, and you definitely could have prevented yourself from staying up at 2 in the morning. If something like that comes up again, let us learn from your mistakes, past me. Let's come up with a plan. Let's set those ground expectations with the person we're meeting up with, saying, hey, I'm only hanging out till this time. So I can have one beer and then I gotta go. Instead of, oh shit, 4 beers, yeah. Well, past me, you'll be glad to know that your labors have already been paying off, because the amount that I've been able to do today is well over like 4 or 5 times what you were able to do this time last week. Good on you. Thank you for setting that foundational bedrock of little baby seedling habits that I have the opportunity to now work on. I've been thinking about how abruptly you've kind of went about this, past me, which I'm not mad about. You know, that's, like I was saying earlier, that's sort of our MO. The more I think about it, the more I realize, like, that just do it sort of mentality is, I think, what we actually need, and is actually a strength, past me. You have always looked at that as a weakness, and I don't know, I just don't think that's the right way to go about it anymore, you know? I think that is actually a strength, because we have talked about this with our mentor last week, that we have a tendency to get into the spiral of analysis paralysis. And I think by viewing this haphazard jumping into the fire thing as negative has only prevented us from going after the things that we have wanted to. That's not to say we can't do things without any sort of strategy past me, but I don't know, I think doing this whole intentionality mindfulness week has gotten me to think more intentionally about things, but it's also it's driven me into the mindset of being more mindful and more intentional. Even though we didn't necessarily do it perfectly, we have started building the bedrock habits in order to get there. What is up, past me? Just finished up doing my YouTube research, where I basically just scour YouTube to look for channels that will hopefully help inspire me, give me some new ideas. Discovered this guy, Matt D'Avella. Pretty cool, pretty good stuff. His editing's really good. A little too fancy at my level of development, but nonetheless, I can still definitely get some ideas from him. So, still gonna keep on watching. Yeah. So, all that's really left for the day is reading this bad boy here, getting some ideas from that, and then journaling it out, getting my thoughts down on the page, and then getting ready for bed. So, past me, as you're aware, Uzziah's gone. He's going to Aruba. So it's just gonna be us. We are the head honcho for the week. So it's all good. We're pretty much prepared. Really good idea of what the schedule is gonna be. Don't have to go until 11 tomorrow, which is dope. We've got some time in the morning to do stuff. Let's just make sure that we use that time wisely. Well, past me, we have the good fortune of not having to go into work today till 11, which gives me the opportunity to edit some of the footage that you filmed. Now, you didn't do me any favors, past me, because you didn't transfer any of the footage from your phone to the Google Drive. So I will have to do that, and that's gonna be an annoying process, but that's what we do. Hello, past me. I got rained on. I thought that was poetic or something. So past me, a very long time ago, since elementary school, we spent a lot of time drawing. And I mean a lot of time. And I mean since really early elementary school. And we didn't really start taking it seriously until around 6th grade. All the way from 6th grade into mid to late college was when we were really taking art seriously, and we were trying to be the best that we could. Now that's 8 years. That's 8 years of developing a skill. There's just one problem though, and it was your mentality about it. You allowed doubt not just to enter the theater of your imagination, but control the theater of your imagination. You basically built up these psychological barriers that kind of prevented you from drawing anymore. And it's still very difficult for me to do it to this day. So why am I bringing this up, past me? I was slapped in the face with doubt today. I was slapped in the face with a dose of reality that I have free will, and that I have a decision that I'm going to need to make at some point. And I'm very aware that I can't keep delaying this decision. I'm going to need to make it at some point. However, future me, I read the book of Matthew, and in this book, Jesus says not to worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself. And right now, past me, I don't think either of us are in a position where we can worry about tomorrow. We need to prepare for tomorrow today. The way I see it, tomorrow morning actually starts like right now, tonight. Depending on how your morning goes, will dictate how the rest of your day goes. Thinking about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, 5 years from now is a luxury I don't really think we can afford right now. Past me, we're building these really basic baby building blocks. We're trying to figure out who we are. A question I have is, are you somebody whose word means anything? We talk a lot. So are we going to stick by the standards that we set? Are we going to practice first and then preach? Are we going to allow doubt to continue to make decisions for you? Hello, past me. We are well past bedtime, but making sure that we do all of our habits and doing what we say we're going to do has become a huge priority for us, and that's partially thanks to you, past me, and partially thanks to me for just following through with the precedent that you set. So one of these priorities that we've set, past me, is reading Atomic Habits by James Clear. And we've been kind of taking it slow with this. One, for retention, and two, because we don't want to spend a whole lot of time reading. Every second is precious, especially when we're this close to bedtime. Sleep is another huge priority. Bro, stop being annoying, dude. Ideally, I wouldn't get less than 7 hours of sleep a night. All that really means is we need to tighten up this routine and make it more efficient. If that means having a few nights where I get 6.5 hours of sleep, so be it. This is also just extenuating circumstances, since we are the ones closing. We are essentially the fill-in manager, so it's our responsibility that everything goes smoothly and that the building gets locked up and we clean up and everything. And it's actually been great. This week has been going really smoothly. Yeah, I've been blessed with a nice week. Part of that has been with us, past me, being on our shit, and the power of the nighttime routine. It's unbelievably powerful. So now we don't really show up to work and think like, oh, what am I gonna do? We show up to work, we know exactly what we're gonna do, and we just get it done. Hello, past me. I don't really have a whole lot to say today. I'm very tired. We have one more day, and then we start vacation. We haven't had a vacation since, if you count that time where we got sick for 2 weeks of vacation, then I guess February, but we haven't really had a real decent amount of time off since February. Before that, December. It's been a wild year so far, past me. Just thinking about all the stuff we've done up until this point. We've made like 20, 30 YouTube videos. We have worked 60-hour weeks for 6 months. We did a lot, man. We did a lot. This upcoming week will have been very well worth it. I am really looking forward to next week. It's gonna be great. And it all starts as soon as we get off from work tomorrow. So, I'll see you again tomorrow, past me. Damn, I was just driving out here and it was an unbelievable lightning storm, and there's still some lightning, but now it's a beautiful rainbow. Yeah, it goes all the way. And there's still lightning. I don't think I've ever seen a full rainbow in my entire life. That's wild. Hello again, past me. It was another long day, and I am very tired. On the drive home, there was a very bad lightning storm, and it was a little frightening for a while. On the way home, there was a tree that fell down and it completely blocked the road, so I had to find another way home, which made me think like it may be wise to have multiple routes home in case something like that happens. Oh, I don't really have a lot to say this time around, past me. I am just really tired. The last 2 days really kicked my ass. And it was really just because we were working long days the whole time. 10-hour days. Not 12-hour days, but you know, I was just busy training people the whole time. It was like back-to-back training sessions for the most part. Especially today. One of my coworkers called in sick last minute. Huge L. I don't know, we've done stuff like that in the past too, past me, so we can't give the guy too much shit, but whatever. We adapted and overcame. It's vacation. I officially have 9 days off. Officially. 9 days off, that's it. 9 days off. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. 9 days off, bitch. Oh, past me. It is now Saturday, July 29th, and after having spent the week editing your video, I've learned 2 things. 1, you talk so much, past me. You talk a lot, and it's boring, and it makes it really difficult to edit. And 2, past me, I'm not really a fan of editing your videos. I think you should have been the one to edit your videos. So yeah, that's just my advice to you, past me, is figure out what the hell you want to talk about and edit your own damn video. Thanks. Hey, past me. I gotta say, this week has been absolutely fantastic. I think we underestimated the power of the nighttime routine, because what that allowed us to do, past me, was pretty much take this week by the balls. So as you know, it was just me. It was me, and we had our morning trainer, but for the most part, I was the fill-in manager. So I was just making sure that most of the training was getting done. I was making sure that all the day-to-day operations were getting done. I cleaned all the machines, did all of the little stuff, all the little behind-the-scenes stuff that needed to get done. We crushed it, man. We absolutely crushed it, and it really is all thanks to having had that night routine established and just carrying it forward. So thanks to you, past me, we were able to take this week and crush it.